In just 30 years, Europe nearly destroyed itself. Millions died, most without names.
And it all began with an idea.
Europe was a powder keg.
Faith divided nations.
And power only made it worse. No!
But no one expected what would happen next.
One meeting, one moment, and Europe ignited. News spread faster than reason.
Armies formed overnight.
Loyalty was Lord.
And civilians paid the price. There were no safe places. The war consumed everything.
And still, it did not end.
Even faith was shattered.
Survival became the only goal.
Entire regions were erased. And the worst part, it was only the beginning.
The war pulled everyone in.
While kings debated, people starved.
And disease followed close behind. Survival erased morals. Some regions lost half their people.
The war fed on itself.
No Sith felt safe.
Everything familiar was gone.
For a generation, this was normal.
Foreign powers joined the slaughter.
Strategy replaced mercy.
God was invoked again.
But nothing changed. Suffering became invisible.
The cycle never stopped.
What was this war really about?
Europe was emptying. And finally, people began to talk.
After decades of bloodshed, even leaders were exhausted.
For the first time in years, there was silence.
Enemies sat face to face.
Peace was fragile, but necessary.
In 1648, the war finally ended.
But peace did not undo the damage.
An entire generation was gone.
Borders were rewritten.
And the modern state was born. Religion lost control. Power took its place.
Recovery would take generations.
The war lived on in memory.
But the scars remained.
Wars begin with ideas.
But they end with human lives. Europe survived.
But it was never the same.
The world we know was shaped here.
And history is always watching.
Because forgetting is how it happens again.
The war ended, but its shadow remained.
An entire generation carried the wounds.
Some towns never recovered.
Knowledge was lost forever.
Diplomacy replaced endless war.
Power was carefully balanced.
Faith no longer demanded blood.
Ordinary people rebuilt everything.
Time slowly softened the scars. History was carefully recorded. So the future would remember.
But war never truly disappeared.
Peace had to be protected.
New ideas began to form. A different Europe emerged.
Life moved forward.
But memory never faded.
This was not just Europe's story.
It was a warning to the world.
Fields once soaked in blood grew quiet again. Destruction and rebirth stood side by side.
But the dead were never forgotten.
Every family carried a loss.
At this bleak.
Europe searched for answers. Words replaced weapons.
Peace was cautious.
Governments became more controlled. Borders finally held. But peace is never permanent.
Preparation never stopped.
Nature erased the scars.
But people did not. Age of patience.
The warning was passed on.
This was not just history.
It was a lesson.
Violence destroys faster than it creates.
And history always waits
For us to forget. Because forgetting is how it begins again. After the silence came reflection.
Centuries passed. Life returned. But the memory stayed. The past still shapes us. Because history never disappears. It only waits. Or repeated.
That choice is ours. Is ours.
If this story stayed with you,
Share it with someone who should remember.
because forgetting is how it all begins again.